Welcome on here, everyone. We're back here on the Iowa today. We got some corn to harvest and some grass to cut and see what all we can get done on our farm today. Try to get our harvester going. We got quite a bit to do though. We got to try to get our corn harvested and try to get our hay cut. I don't know if we'll make it into silage or just might make this round into hay because we made the last into hay and our silage and our silo for our silage got a bug in it, so we had to delete it and put a different one down, and hopefully we've solved that problem. But last time we was on here, I couldn't get it to uncover the silage, and I tried everything while we wasn't online to get it to work, but I never could get it to work, so I just had to delete it and start over. Pretty good patch of corn to harvest. It'll take us a little while to get all of it done. We're gonna use it to, I think, feed some of our pigs. I don't know if you can feed it to the chickens or not. We may see if we can give them corn. I know we been giving them grain, so I don't know corn's something you can feed chickens or not. It's gonna take us a pretty good while to get to the end of this field here. Not too long. We're already about halfway. We got soybeans planted in another field, but it's gonna be a little while before they're ready. We've been working on trying to get our greenhouses going. Kind of waiting for the cows to make enough manure to get them running. I don't know how much money we'll make off them. I ain't never really fooled with greenhouses much. I love these lines where you can activate them and it'll keep you right in the rows where you need to be. about like hiring a worker, but you're still doing it yourself, and it'll set it on cruise control, and it'll do it itself all the way down to the end of the roll, and then you just turn it around and head it back down another one, and activate your lines, and it'll keep you right where you need to be. I don't know how long we'll be on here today. I'm gonna try to at least get her corn harvested and get her grass cut. We may hire a worker to cut the grass here in a minute. We may jump over there and put him to work getting it cut, and we'll do the corn and let them cut the grass. When we get down here at the end of this row, we'll go ahead and jump over there and get them started on it so we can try to get it done today. I'd like to get both of these fields done today while we're on here. We've been doing this map here just when we're online. It's the only time we're on it, unless we, like yesterday evening, we had trouble with that silo, and I deleted it and added it back, but that's the only thing we've been doing offline. But 90% of this map's been done while the time we're on here live. Unless there's just a few small things we need to do offline, we're going to try to do everything live on this map here. Let's jump over here and harvest a worker to cut this grass. Put him to work. Like he's doing what he needs to do, we can go back to picking corn. .72%. I don't know if we'll make it all the way around before we'll have to unload or not. So far, I've liked this map pretty good. I like where everything's right here in one little spot. You ain't got 2 or 3 fields here and one halfway across the map. I like where everything's right together. I believe we're about going to make it all the way around through there before we have to unload. When we get around there to where trailer is, we'll go ahead and unload what we've got, and that way maybe we don't have to drive the tractor all the way around the field to unload. We can just unload there where the tractor is when we come up through there. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. We're at 93%, so we're going to be close. make this turn right here. This way it puts us up there right beside our trailer, and wherever we get full out right here, we'll bring our other tractor down here, and looks like we're full, so we'll bring our tractor down there and just leave it right there, and hopefully we'll be able to unload right in this area right here every time we come around through here. I don't know if it'll work out that way, but that's kind of our plan. While this is unloading, let's check on our other worker here. Looks like won't take him long to get this little patch knocked out. See, we need some feed for cows. We did put a little grass in there. Last time we was on here, we cut them a little grass, and we did get a little bit of the silage out of that before it messed up, but there's not much in it. Uh, we don't have no hay, so we're gonna put some hay in there, and make this field into hay, and at least that'd give us something to feed our cows for a little while. Then pigs has got all they've got is grain. Uh, their health is down. Hopefully, when we get this corn picked and can feed it to them and get the soybeans, we can do pretty good on our pigs, which we ain't planning on keeping our pigs very long. Uh, Later on, we'll probably switch them out for another cow barn. All right, looks like he's ready to go. See if we can make another round through here. We ain't borrowed much money. We do got a little bit of a loan that we're going to have to pay back. We ain't borrowed a whole lot more. I think we're about 55,000 in debt, which we bought a front end loader for one of our tractors yesterday while we was having troubles trying to get that silage out, and thought that would help, but we still couldn't get it out with it, so we ended up just deleting it and putting a different kind down. So hopefully uh, this will allow us to make silage, and maybe hopefully we won't have no more trouble. And we may run over and just pick up kind of a row and put it down for silage and feed the rest of it hay, and go that route. I know we're gonna make most of it in hay though. And it's not too big a field, so we may just go ahead and make it all in hay, and then the next time make silage out of it. And what we may do with this field here, we may put this upper section right here in grass. Sorry. Uh, if we have plenty of corn left over, we feed everything this round. Then plant the rest of it back in corn. This GPS line, though, it saves us a lot on hard workers. We can, do a whole lot more yourself, and you still got, uh, just like I said, it's just about like a worker. I mean, you just turn him around at the ends, and it'll do the rest of it on its own. Just like setting a cruise control on it, and it'll go from one end to the other, and all we gotta do is turn it around on the ends, and it works out real good so far. Hopefully, we'll get quite a bit of corn off this field here, and we can put part of it back in grass, give us a little more grass for cows to make hay and silage off of. And we're going to have to plant some more wheat sometime though, so we got to have more straw to put down for their bedding, so we keep getting manure out of them for greenhouses. It'd be real nice to have another field, but we don't have the three, so what to do with what we got right now. Because their fields are pretty high on here. Even that little small one there is 119,000. And that's 300,000. 256, 127. So it's going to be a little bit before we can afford another field. You can see right there what we own. Unless we done away with pigs and plowed that up and make a field there, but really, I'd like to put another cow barn right there when we decide to get rid of the pigs. But we'd like to keep them long enough to where we can make a pretty good profit off of them. We got 250. I'd at least like to see let them produce, have 500 or 1,000 pigs in there when we sell them off and have enough money out of them to replace with a cow barn and stuff. Well, it's going to be a while before we get to that point. I think we'll come out with quite a bit of corn off this patch right here. I think this will actually may do us a little while on her feeding her pigs and stuff. So we may be able to do another week patch in here on the next one and see them planting corn. But we'll just have to see how much we got. We're gonna be close getting to the tractor when we time we get full. I believe we're hardly gonna make it. We're gonna have to pull the tractor down here. Yep. We didn't hardly make it. But we was close. We ain't far from the tractor to load it up. We need to check on our worker here in just a second too and see how far he is. We got that just perfect. That's all loaded. Let's go check on our worker here. Looks like he's almost done. Gets done, we'll probably go ahead and take these and put these up and get the tedder and let him go ahead and be a tedding it so we can make hay. We'll just go ahead and make hay out of this whole field. Then maybe on our next bunch we'll make a little bit of silage. Just go from there. I'd like to make a little more silage, but see what we could do. We could bring the wagon over here and just do kind of one round, one swap around the field. We'll just let it get whatever it gets and make it into silage and put the rest of it in hay. It won't be a lot, but it'll be a little bit of silage. And that way we'll still have plenty of hay to feed them. Hopefully we can get all this work done before it gets dark on us. we'll just probably make one round around the field, and we'll put the rest of it in the hay. Said it probably won't be a whole lot because it ain't even been raked up, but it'll give us a little bit to make sure this silage thing's gonna work, and make sure we ain't gonna have no trouble out of it. We may have to pick up a little bit more than just one round because I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot, so we may have to make a couple rounds. I'd like to have a little bit anyway to kind of get her silage going. Then make the rest of it in hay and go ahead and feed our cows, because we fed them some grass. So I like to give them something besides grass. I'd like to give them a little bit of silage and hay. Which we give them a little bit of silage yesterday, but I think they'll do a lot better if we make this into hay than just trying to feed them straight grass. Well, we might have enough just with one round. 5%. Said we wasn't planning on getting a lot, so we want to make most of it into hay. $6 now. Like about, I think it's 1,700 in there. So we may make a swap across the end here and get it to 20 if we can get 20 time we get to the end of this field. I believe this will be plenty. We might kiss a little bit into silage and put the rest of it into hay. We still got quite a bit of straw left, but between the pigs and cows both, that part won't last too long, so we definitely need to plan on making some more later on. It's not going to let us unload here. I don't know why we're having so much trouble trying to make silage on this map. this is a silage bin because I've got some on a different map just like it. See, it says compacting and it definitely ain't gonna let us unless you have to rake it first, but I wouldn't think that would matter. It's still picking it up back up the same. We ain't got all day to figure this out. I'll have to figure this out later on. It definitely ain't gonna let us unload it here. Cut it in the same spot last time, but we raked it. I wouldn't think raking it would make a difference, but we'll go ahead and hook the rake up right quick and see if it makes a difference on that. But I wouldn't think so, but who knows? Kind of pull it back the other way. Now let's see if we pick it back up and see if it makes a difference in it. I think so, but Still showing the same down there. Let's see, it won't let me unload it here. See, I mean, it's a silage bin. I'll have to figure this out later on. Definitely won't let us. Clean that back up. Let's go over here, ted it, and make it into hay. And we won't have no trouble with it. This little bit right here. Cleaned up and we spilled. Got most of it, like a little bit there. I don't know if we can get it or not. Like that's all we're gonna get. Like I said, we cut the same field last time and made silage out of it. The only thing we had trouble with, it just messed up and wouldn't take the blanket off all of it, and we weren't able to get it all out. But it won't. It won't let us unload this in there for some reason. I don't understand that, but we can feed this little bit straight to the cows the way it is, and wonder if it allows us to pick up some straw with it too. I didn't think it would, where we done had grass in there. Another tedder here, and we'll go over and ted the rest of it. I'm on the wrong side. may have to make this first round two here where we kind of pick some of this up. And we should be able to turn him loose and they should do the rest of it. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with the silage. Y'all watch this and you see what I was doing wrong, leave me a comment down in the comments and let me know what I was doing wrong. But I don't know what I was doing wrong. I mean, I know I made silage out of this field the last time, but the only thing I did do, I brought the rake over here and raked it, then come over here and picked it up. But I wouldn't think that would have made a difference, but now it may have. We'll see on the next time. Like I said, we're gonna put the rest of this in hay and pick it up and feed it to the cows, so that we can go ahead and directly feed it to them. We don't have to wait for the silage to make. We'll take that little bit of we picked up and just go ahead and put it into the cows. Get on up here at the end, and hopefully we can put our worker to work and we can go back to picking corn. Workers still ain't wanting to work. She's gonna have to do it herself because our worker ain't gonna do it. So we'll just do it right quick herself. We'll do this right quick, then we'll hire a worker to break it up if they will, and we'll go back to picking corn. If not, we'll do it all ourselves. bit right here we didn't get when we went up through there, so we'll back up here and around it right quick. The lines ain't gonna work with this, I don't think. I don't think it's gonna reach. I think it's gonna leave a little bit. Let's see what it does. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Need to about use the. Well, wonder if we can do it this way. If we go around it this way, if our lines will line up right. Here on this edge, I think we missed again. Kind of back up and get that up. Working out good there. We'll see when we come back down that other side if it lines up. If not, we'll just have to do it without the lines. So far they're lining up good. I don't know about going back down, but the only thing I know that the big causing is, see, it ain't gonna let us go back across. Now we're gonna have to go back up and see if it lines up now. Yeah, it looks like it's going to. The only thing I know that could be causing us trouble with our silage, well, this ain't actually grass, but I was thinking you should supposed to be able to make silage out of it too. I know we cut it the last time and made silage out of it. We may go take just a front mower and go around the farm again and see if we can mow around our cornfield and stuff and get enough grass to make us a little bit of silage that way. Hopefully we get plenty of hay off this field right here to do us a little while. Probably most of our fields, about everything we make's gonna go into the animals. So really, unless we just get ahead on feed, we probably won't be selling none of our crops off our fields. Like I said, unless we get enough feed stocked up where we can plant one and sell it off to make us a little extra money. But we got to make sure we got feed for our cows and our pigs right now, and our chickens. Won't take us too much longer to finish this little field up. We'll see if we can put a worker in here to rake it and get it ready to pick up. And while they're doing that, we'll go back to picking our corn. Try to get it done. Just a few more rounds and we'll have this field knocked out. So we'll check and see. We are growing grass in these. They must not need fertilize a lot because it's still showing it's fertilized. So we just started this channel here recently, so we'd like for all y'all to subscribe, and we've been putting some videos on too, and check them out. Hopefully everything goes good and we start getting people on here watching stuff. We can start being on here every week once the weather fires up. I'm not sure if we'll be on here every day, but right now, this week here, I'd say we'll be on here several days. Not sure how many days, but we'll try to be on here at least once or twice a week when the weather fires back up. But once the weather fires up, we're not going to be on here every day. But right now, we've got a bunch of snow, bunch of snow and a bunch of ice. Sorry about that. I got a call there I had to answer. I don't know what we was talking about, but I think we was talking about how often we'd be on here, but don't know for sure. We're just going to have to kind of play it by ear. But like I said, I know we won't be on here every day. Starting next week when the weather fires up. Depends on what the weather does the rest of this week. How many more days we're going to be on here. But we're going to try to see how this channel can do. We hope it takes off, and we hope y'all like it and start following us, and hopefully we can keep making content. Several see what kind of farms we can make, and how many cows we can raise, and may do a farm. I don't know if it'll be on live or just videos. Uh, on like the New Frontier map, where we'll start from nothing and build our farm and no fields, or we'll have to do a little bit of logging probably to cut some trees out of the way. And I think it would be real interesting to start from scratch and build our way up. We've been doing some videos and speeding them up, where it goes a lot quicker, and they've been getting several views. Hopefully keep doing better. We'll make I'll record a 2-hour video or something and cut it down to anywhere from 7 or 8, 10 minutes to a 30-minute video. And if them keeps doing good, we'll keep making a few of them, and we'll probably make if we do the New Frontier map, it'll probably be just a regular video, from start to end. Some of it might be fast forwarded, just we'll just have to see how everything goes. But I really like this map here. The only trouble I've having is making silage. I don't know why we're having so much trouble. I've got that silo there for silage on a different map and not had a minute's trouble out of it, but having trouble with it on this map. Let's see if we can get this worker here to do what he needs to do. Yeah, looks like he's gonna go to work, so let's go back to picking our corn. Put our pipe back in. It forgot to put it in. I guess that's what that beeping sound was. We've done emptied the harvester twice, so we're about getting we're getting a full tank before we even make one complete round around it. So we're doing pretty good on our corn, I think. It's getting way up in the day. We make this turn down here where I think we got the time set on 5%. I think we're going to slow it down so we try to get everything done before it gets dark. It's not going to let us go back across, so I guess we got all that way we can get, so we're going to have to go this way. This ain't going to work. It's going to leave a arrow. We just what's happened here. Didn't hardly get this outer edge here. For some reason, we kind of missed it coming up. We'll have to trim it back off. Yeah, I was going to get out here and adjust her time a little bit. We'll leave it at 2%. I think that'll work out good. I think we'll just go ahead and cut this corner off right here, square it up, get it, take, sorry, go ahead and knock it out. Then we'll get back onto her with long rows and get them, well, we ain't gonna be able to do that because it's wanting us to go up and down there. Knock this little corner out right here. Might have to just knock it out this other way then. I don't know if it'll let us do that or not. Probably go right up this row here. We'll square it off this way. I was hoping our buddies would get on here and talk to us today. We've had one getting on here and talking to us a lot. He ain't got on here today. I was hoping he'd get on here and talk to us today. We miss him not being on here. He makes the day go a lot easier where he's on here talking to us. He probably knows way more about this game than I do. I've actually not played 25 a lot. Uh, I played it a little bit when it first came out. Uh, then I just now recently started back playing it. So I have a whole lot to learn on it. I ain't gonna say that I'm nowhere no pro at it, but we're just on here to do a little farming and have fun, and hopefully y'all like our videos. And I mean that's all we're. Uh, I'm hoping y'all see something I do on here you can learn from, but hopefully if you see something I'm doing wrong, you'll tell me and I can learn something too. 'Cause there's definitely a lot I need to learn on here. across no more. That's alright. We'll take this end off a little bit and go back up towards where our tractor is. Hopefully time we get there we'll be pretty well ready to unload. We ain't done too bad on money, which we ain't got a whole lot. We've got 36,000, so that's not bad. We definitely need to make some though. We get up here by the tractor, we'll go ahead and swing over there and unload this slope. We're at 97%, so swing over here and unload this slope. I'm used to driving first person, so not sure how this will work. There may be, yeah, I figured that's too close. We didn't even have to move our tractor this time. Vacuum right back up here, put him back in the road, put him back to work. this time we go back down, we should have a big long road to knock out this time. Start back here. He should be good now. Like I said earlier, I don't know how many days we'll be live this week, but we'll be posting some videos. And I know we'll at least be back on here once or twice more live this week, but we'll just have to kind of see how everything goes. Let's look and see how we're getting there. We still got a lot yet to do. Let's go ahead and kind of knock these longer rows out, and we'll finish up with them short rows. Did we miss a spot? Let's see the corner, huh? Cool. See, our greenhouse is right over there. Definitely bought the wrong water tank to haul water to them because it's going to take a whole bunch of trips to fill them up. So we'll probably be upgrading it pretty quick. I think we're at 72%. I think we'll go ahead and unload this. That way we don't have to run the tractor all the way up there to unload it. I think we're going to take what we got and take over to the pigs. Should be enough to hold them over for a while. Let's swing around through here and see if we can feed it to the chickens. Which y'all probably already know, but I'm not sure if you can feed corn to the chickens or not. Should be able to. Chickens eat corn. There's no icon to. I bet you can't feed corn to the chickens. We're just not in the right spot. Right there. Should be perfect, but evidently chickens on here does not like corn. And further to my knowledge, chickens loves corn. But these chickens evidently will not eat corn. We got weird chickens. Let's go over and see how the pigs like it. I know pigs like corn. I know chickens like corn, but our chickens are picky. They gotta have wheat. Soybean patch looks good. There's your soybean field. I don't think you can feed corn to cows neither, but you know you should be able to feed corn to about any of the animals because cows like corn, pigs like corn, sheep and goats like corn. Down here, our chickens won't eat corn. Well, looks like the pigs wants corn. They took the whole load. Let's see where that put them at. Still not a whole lot on capacity. 50% on base food and grain, 25% protein. Uh, we don't have none of. We're waiting for the soybeans to get done. So hopefully their health and stuff will come up and they'll start doing good. How their cows doing? Their health's 100%, so they're doing good. They got plenty of grass and meadow. We need to get them some hay in there, and they'll probably start doing a lot better. The manure's at 8%. Tell you what, we could 8,000. We could grab it right quick and drop it off at the greenhouse. Mine went blank there for a minute. Once yeah, what about it? I was wondering where you was at. We missed you on here talking to us. What are you talking about, TMR? I know I never done a big experiment on. You was talking about there making adding a fence and making fields bigger for the meadows. Where they can eat grass. I know it ups the limit a lot. I done an experiment on another map the other day, and you can take a great big field and turn it into a pasture for them. I'm thinking about trying that one day and putting a bunch in it and see how they would do just off the pasture. I think that would work on the cows and sheep, and I don't think it will really work with pigs. Cause pigs, pasture, they really don't. I don't think they really in this game get anything off of it. Uh, but now the cows and the sheep, I believe you could take a great big field and fence it in, and I believe they would do pretty good if you didn't put too many in there just off the pasture. I thought about taking a map and fencing a great big field in that's already got grass in it and put so many animals in it and see how they would do just off the pasture. Oh, I know what you're talking about, the TMR. We'll see on this one. You can do the Angus, and they don't produce milk. So as long as they would reproduce, uh, you would still, uh, you would still make money off of them just letting them pasture off the pasture. I don't know what percentage, their health and stuff would do just eating off the pasture, but I thought about taking just a map and just fence in a great big field and putting so many cows in it just to be experimenting and speed the time up and see how they would do just living off the pasture. If the Angus would reproduce just off the pasture, you could still, make quite a bit of money off of them just them grazing on the grain. But I don't know if just the pasture how good a percentage you would have. Now, usually on my cows, I usually put hay, grass, and uh, silage, and they usually do pretty good. I usually don't do and which I have done the mixed feed, and they do a little better. But now they usually you can do the hay, grass, and silage. What I've done before, and they've done good. Which I like the mixer that you mix the feed in, uh, the one that you can drive. But now they've got like factories that you can things that you can put out now on this one that you put your uh, different feeds in, and it makes your own cow feed right right where right when it mixes it for you. Get to the end of this row here, and I'll see if I can find them and show you what I'm talking about. But they're mods, is what they are. I think they'd be in this section. They may, yeah, right here's one of them. You put your that ain't the ones I like though. See, like right here. Let's see. Like I had a different one that I downloaded. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Now you can make your feed in these new mods that's come out. This here takes all this stuff and makes pig feed. And that there makes pig feed. That there makes pig feed. I thought I had one of them like for cows, but this one right here takes it makes your feed ratio. But right here's one I was thinking of. You can put this out, and I don't know if you still have to put the TMR in it or not. I wouldn't doubt if you don't. That still may not help you none. I mean, you still probably gonna have to put the TMR in it. But they do have some mods out uh, that'll make you feed. Them things I was showing you there, that's new mods that's come out that you can take your feed and dump them right into it, and it will make your feed for you itself. I've not really experimented with them a lot yet, but uh, I need to just take a map and do some experiment with them and see how they work. But and we may get into it on this map. We may download one and nothing else for the pigs or something and see how good they are. Worst thing about with the pigs, you got to do potatoes and stuff, and I'm not a real big fan of the growing potatoes. That's why I like to rather staying with cows and stuff like that. Yeah, I've not got into the bakeries and all that stuff yet. I've never really done none of them. I don't know anything about them. Yeah, I'm never. The potatoes, if you got the big equipment, they ain't real bad, but I'm still not a big fan of potatoes. I don't know what your opinion is on them, but I'm not a big fan of them. Yeah, I ain't saying nothing about the bakeries or nothing. I'm just not really never done them yet. I need to try them. Like I said, I've just not tried them yet. But I like that ideal though. I like being able to what crops you raise. Having feeding it to the cows and using it for the bakeries and still just raising crops and selling crops. I like having something to do with them. Well, that wouldn't be good if they're the only two that you can use in the factories. We need to go ahead and unload this. I definitely can't afford to sell any crops on this map. It's taking everything I got to feed the pigs and hogs. I heard that. I've been driving in first person a lot, but when I unload and stuff, I about got to go to where I can see the machine. I still ain't good enough to unload in first person. Yeah, I think the animals is still your best money thing right now. I like it where they've got the new cows that if you don't want to do milk cows, you can do the Angus that don't produce no milk, and you can just raise them and resell the cows. Now the sheep and goats, they'll produce wool, and the goats produce goat milk. So you can do the Angus cows, and they don't produce milk. You just raise them and resell the cows off of them. I think the animals has about been the best overall of them. Yeah, I don't see that would be worth it. To me, I don't know. Can't say for sure which animal will be the best, but it's still. I still think the cows will be. I think the cows will be the easiest thing. I mean, you may make more money off of sheep or the pigs, but I think cows will be the easiest. Worst thing on the pigs is their food that well, they take so many different types of food. But I think on the pigs, they'll seal without the root crop is only 5%. I think they'll still uh, produce good if you just do the base food, the grain and protein. I think they'll still be fine. Yeah, you could do that. The only thing that I think about like the pigs that I like better about the cows is the feeding. Uh, Even though if the pigs make you a little more money, I think there's going to be a whole lot more time into getting their feed. That reason I think the cows would be better. And I think, thing about the cows, once they're fully grown, they're going to be worth so much more than your pigs are. It's like on this map here. Once the pigs they reproduce and I get several in there, I'll probably sell them off and put a cow barn back. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking on the cows. You can, like where I've got these here, they'll keep reproducing. I can't remember exactly how many this barn holds, but when you get close to your barns maxed out, you can sell off some of your older cows, and your younger cows is going to reproduce, and you're going to keep, you know, you ain't gonna have to buy none back. You'll be able to keep reproducing and getting more and having several to sell off every so often. But I do think you'd be better off wait till they's pretty well full grown before you sell them. That way you'd get the max price out of them. Looks like we're full, so we'll bring the tractor down here. Like this tractor here's done with his job. We'll put it up right quick. Right. Evidently, I don't know if you just can't make silage out of this or what, but we picked this little bit up and was going to make silage out of it and make the rest of it into hay so we'd have something to feed our cows right now. But it wouldn't let us make silage out of it. So I don't know if we're going to have to plow that field up and actually put grass in it. You can see there in the, it's this here is what it is. That there's what it is, and evidently it won't let me make uh, silage out of it. I made silage out of the same field the last time, but it wouldn't let me make it out of it this time. I don't know if I waited too late to cut it or what, but it wouldn't let me make silage out of it. And it wouldn't let me feed it to the cows neither. It's the other stuff that's like the grass, but it's not the grass. I can't pronounce the word, but yeah. It wouldn't let me make silage out of it and wouldn't let me feed it straight to the cows. Uh, I don't know if I cut it too late or if I cut it too early or. The last time I harvested that field, I made silage out of it, but it wouldn't let me make it this time. I may just plow it up and put it in actual grass, and that way I know I can make silage out of it. See, I ain't never done that, but I need a grass field so I can make silage from. So I'll probably once I get the hay picked up off of it, I'll plow it up and turn it into a grass field. But I didn't know you could actually turn it into pellets. I just took the tedder and turned it into hay, and I'll feed it to the cows that way. But I can't understand how I made silage out off of it the last time because it's the same field. But it wouldn't let me make silage out of it this time. Like I said, I'll plow it up and put it in the grass, and that way that'll solve that problem. You ever have any trouble with your silage bunker not letting you uncover the silage? I run into that problem yesterday. I ended up having to delete the silage bunker. Uh, I put made silage in it and uncovered it and got a little bit out, but then it wouldn't uncover the rest of it, and I ended up having to delete the whole bunker and put a new one down. So I did yesterday. I done everything. Went and got a front end loader for the tractor. It would not uncover it, and uh, I don't know what happened, but I never could never get it to uncover it. Uncovered just a little bit of it. And I loaded it up, and then it wouldn't uncover the rest of it. I even watched some videos and stuff, and this one guy said you could actually go into your downloads and fix it, but I never could figure out how to do it, so I deleted it. That's the only way I know how to fix it. Yeah, I've never run into that problem before. Usually, but I did watch some videos, and they said that was one of the problems 25 was having was with the bunkers, uh, the cover getting stuck on them. I watched one video, and it said you was better off to take the loader across the top of it and make it uncover it all before you try to dig it all out, and that way you wouldn't have that problem. Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna try to not borrow a whole lot. I'd like to kind of work our way up and get her stuff as we go. Uh, I did buy a front end loader for that other tractor with a bucket on it, so hopefully that'll silage problem. I tell you what I like doing with silage and mixing my feed for the cows. See if I can find it. See, I'm using a wheel loader. That way you can mix your feed. They're expensive, but I like these here. You can mix your straw, hay, uh, silage all together, and you get your pretty well good ratio on your feed for your cows. Uh, I don't think they would work for the pigs, but not real sure they ought to. But that's usually what I upgrade to with in the future. We would have to borrow a whole lot of money to get into that right now. But that's my goal right there is buying one of them to if we're gonna keep doing cows. But that there's what I found is the easiest to feed the cows with. You got two different ones. That holds just a little bit more than the other one does, but they're not much difference. These you have to load manually, so I don't like these. I like these because they load themselves, and you can drive them right into the barn and unload your feed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To me, they're the only way to go with your cows. And I don't think you have to buy the TMR. If you have one of them, you can pretty much make a pretty good ratio on feed if you use straw, grass, hay, and silage. I, I don't think you have to buy the TMR. I think you have a pretty good ratio on feed then. That's how I was feeding them on another farm when I first got this game, and it seemed to work pretty good. Yeah, them machines that I was showing you there, see, they load themselves and everything, and you can drive it right over to the barn and unload it. Uh, to me, they're the only way to go with cows. Yeah, go ahead, 'cause you probably know a whole lot more about it than I do. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Them mods that I was showing earlier that mixes your feed for you. Now that would be the easiest way. Now if you're going to, you know, mix it yourself, that machine that I was talking about would be the way to go. But yeah, you're talking about these right here. Uh, I think they're right here. You're talking about things like this right here that'll take you mix your own feed with. You know, you just dump all your feed into them, and you can drive under it and load your feed directly out of it. Now that would probably be the easiest way, and it's not very expensive neither. They've got a few different ones. Uh, I guess that one turns your grass into hay, and that one there turns your stuff into feed. I think them mods right there will help a person a lot when it comes to the cows. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about now. Now, that would be the easiest way and actually be the cheapest way. Yeah, I seen on there that one mod is like a dryer, and you just dump your grass into it, and it'll make it into hay. I'd say you about own the whole map by now, don't you? Uh, just on what it was showing on them factories. Uh, let's see, get back up here to where. See on that one, it's showing wheat, straw, grass, and that one might be hay and silage. That one only takes hay, grass, and silage, and that one there evidently turns it into silage. Now these here, I was thinking you have to put TMR in them. Now see, this one makes pig food out of just them four there. I think that's all of them. Looks like you can take hay, silage, and grass and make it. Yeah, I think that would be the best. You'd want the one that you don't have to buy the TMR with. You own the whole map on the one that you're playing on. Yeah, that would save you a lot of driving and a lot of hauling the TMR back from the shop, from the store, if you made it yourself. Yeah, I know you said you do it all yourself. I figured as long as you said you've been playing it a long time, I figured you owned the whole map by now. Go ahead and unload what we got before we go up another row. How many hours a day do you put in on your game? You put several hours in on your game a day. Yeah. Now what's the? That's a that's a lot of hours putting in on a day. Now once the weather fires up, I'll probably just be on here. Uh, I'm gonna say once or twice a week. I'm gonna still try to upload some videos and stuff, but I won't be able to be on here every day. Once the weather fires up. Right now, we've got a bunch of snow and a bunch of ice, and I'm not able to get out and do anything else, so I've been doing this. What do you mean you live outside? Okay. If you got a YouTube channel, well, that ain't good. I hate to hear that. You got a YouTube channel? If you got a YouTube channel, if I ain't working that day, I'll get on there and watch you. Uh, I don't know if I have Twitch. I don't think I have it. Well, as long as you're happy with it. Uh, no, I don't have Twitch. I don't think I'd be able to watch it on there. YouTube's the only thing that I really use. It. This I have another channel I work on every day too. Usually, what time I ain't working on this one. I'm making videos uh, for my other YouTube channel. Uh, but yeah, I'll check it out, and you'll have to send me your account. You know what to look for, or your name that your account's under. Then it all depends on if I'm working that day. I don't know. The weather's supposed to fire up that week. I may be working that week. I'm just off right now because of the we've got a bunch of snow and ice. Once the weather fires up, I'll go. I'll be back working. That's the reason I said I won't be on here every day once the weather fires up. All right. No, I'm not sure if I'll have to work or what. My my schedule is never the same every week. I don't know what days from one week to the next what days I'm working. Then once this, like I said, I've got a hunting channel that I create videos for. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's just your name that how I find you on there to watch you. Uh, but I create hunting videos every day for my other channel. I've got a bunch of beagle hounds, and I create videos of them for my other channel. No, it's actual real beagle hounds chasing rabbits is what my other channel's about. No, it's no game. It's all real. We don't kill no rabbits or nothing, but it's just all about my dogs. We have several beagle hounds that we take out and turn them loose in the woods and let them run rabbits, and I video them and I put them on there, and so far that channel's doing good. Like I said, now we're not killing nothing. All we're doing is letting the dogs chase the rabbits. The dogs chases the rabbits is what it is. No, I ain't never seen it. No, I ain't never seen that. Oh, I'd say it is. Yeah, I've never seen it. I don't know. I don't. I know I ain't never seen it as far as I can remember. It sounds interesting though. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. We've got a full load. We can go put in the silo. We put the last load into the pigs. So I hear you on that. Shouldn't take me much longer on this uh, corn. I don't know if we're gonna get it done today because I ain't gonna be able to be on here too much longer. Probably about another 10 minutes, and I'll probably have to go. Yeah, I've definitely never seen that movie. Yeah, like I said, now I don't watch a whole lot of TV. hear you on that. Like I said, I've never seen it. Like I was saying a while ago, I ain't gonna be on here too much longer, just a few more minutes, and I'll have to go. I've been on here almost 3 hours today. Yeah, I'm glad you got on here and talked to us today. Yeah, I'll get down here at end this row. You should be able to see them. Not sure if I'll be on tomorrow or Wednesday. Uh, oh, I'd say they don't. When it gets out of this corn, you'll be able to. It ain't real dark, but it's getting dark. You should be able to tell more about them. I think they're, yeah, that's all they got right there. That's as far as they'll shine. Yeah, I'll have to agree with you there. They do got a good light system on them. Now, what logging tractor was that? I know you mentioned something about it, but I can't remember which one it was. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about all the logging stuff. I looked at it earlier before I got on here. Uh, I'm not sure because I'll have to I'll have to get on there and look and see. I know there's a map on here that's called the New Frontier. I'm thinking about doing a farm on it, and pretty much you'll start with nothing on it, and you'll have to do some logging and create your own fields and stuff. So uh, first, would have to definitely invest in. You'd have to definitely do some logging on it, to clear your land and stuff off. Then they got one that's with the frontier map. It's not level. It's big hills and everything. You'd have to deal with. They've got one that's called In the Woods. It's all trees. You'd have to do a whole lot of logging before you'd even have any fields to plant. But it's all just level ground. The only thing I don't like about it. That New Frontier, I believe, would be a nice map. I've not played on it yet, but it's got some pretty sloped ground on it, that you'd have to deal with, and you'd have to, cut trees off of it. Yeah, I know. I'm just, that map's already kind of flat, and that other one that I was talking about, it's already got the hills and stuff in it. Yeah, that's probably for sure. I believe that New Frontier map would be a hard map, but I think it would be interesting. I'll be right back. Hey, all right, all right. A second with my phone. There you go. I'll be right back. All right, looks like I've got company. Like I said, I'll be back on this week, but not sure what day. Uh, but I'm gonna have to go for now. But I appreciate you been on here talking to us, and oh, I'd say so. All right, we'll see you on here either tomorrow or probably Wednesday. I'm not sure, but we're gonna empty this here out right quick, and then I'm gonna call it a day. All right, we'll see you.